All right, guys, we're back. I've said before that I don't like to jump on and do videos unless there's some information, some sort of new information to share. I want all the videos I make to be impactful and not just hype. So here's the deal. I said if Forex Shar came out and did an update, which I heard he might this Tuesday, which he did, that I would come back and give you guys some information about it. So here's the deal. Forex says we have completed all of our scripted automated testing and are going to do a dry run today, deploying all the new contracts, wiring them to the front end and opening it up for the final manual testing to our admins. So that's good news. We know everyone wants it live right now, and we are moving as fast as we can while maintaining extreme diligence. So this is important. Obviously, just side note, if you guys saw what happened with elephant money, I mean, that's terrible. Millions, I think 200-300 million at least were lost of investors' money. So that's really painful. Maybe it was an exploit, maybe it was a rug pull. Not sure yet. I don't really want to speculate on that until there's more information. But what I would say is it's extremely important for us to be patient, to have things done right. If Forex were to rush it and relaunch the animal farm and there was some sort of vulnerability there and everyone lost their money, it'd be way worse than waiting an extra week or two. So the fact that they're being extremely diligent is awesome, and it makes me feel a little bit more confident in the project. But he says we've always been super diligent, which is why even if we hit a bump in the road, capital is always protected. And they did that. They locked up the animal farm so it could protect the capital. But we brought on a new dev specifically for quality control, and we are prepared to take this thing to the next level. So that's awesome. I hope this new dev is good. Anytime a new dev gets involved, I get a little bit concerned just because this space is so vulnerable for people that want to take advantage of it. But I'm all about quality control. So if he's building out his team, I've said on previous videos, and I'm sure I know other YouTube videos have said it as well, he needs to build a bigger team so he can share the workload a little bit and make a little bit more progress. I mean, this thing is turning into a really large organism, and when that happens, you have to grow the team. That's just how it works. He goes on to say, on Thursday, we will be giving an official launch day for the following week. So I'm assuming what he's saying here is the animal farm's not going to launch till next week. On Thursday, he'll say, hey, it's going to be next Wednesday, or it's going to be next Tuesday. They're going to give us an official answer, which is fine to me. That's already bullish. I mean, if they give a firm date where he's confident that it's actually going to come out, I think it'll be decent. Like I said, over the weeks, I really don't think that Drip is really going to go anywhere until this announcement happens. So great news. Next, he says the new Drip UI is built, and I figured that. And a couple weeks ago in a video, I said that I'd be surprised in the next couple weeks if the new Drip UI wasn't released. The UI, in terms of all the other projects he's doing, the UI is probably the most simple one, right? For them to even launch that teaser, it probably was 90% built at that point, and they just wanted to work out all the kinks and everything. So that's probably just been sitting on the sidelines. I'm assuming he had it built this whole time and was waiting for the right day to release it. Obviously, Animal Farm derailed the progress. So once that launches, within a few days after that, I bet they drop the new UI, which is cool. It'll just bring some additional hype. I don't think that, again, in and of itself, it's like super bullish, but it does give a little more professional appearance. And it's another thing that, like, hey, Forex said that he was going to do something, and then he did it. So it just helps us get a little more confidence in our dev. And I know most people viewing the channel are, pro Drip, and we're all really pro Forex. We think he's one of the best developers in the space. Obviously, one of the few projects that's gotten this big that hasn't ended up being a rug pull. But I know there's a handful of haters that watch these videos too to just, try to create FUD, which doesn't bother me anyway. Not everybody's going to get in on certain investments. There's a lot of people out there talking shit about Tesla and Apple and plenty of other large investments that have done well over time. People are just going to find opportunities to be negative, but that's not our problem. So he says we have a major third-party raise prepared for the DAO. The NFT Scratch ticket protocol is right around the corner, and I cannot be more excited for that. Listen, this NFT Scratch thing is pretty cool. When I first saw it, I'm like, okay, it's cool. It's a little gimmicky, but I think it's it's still cool. I'm still excited about it. But the way it actually works, I think, is going to be really beneficial. Somewhere here, I got an image of the Scratcher. Let me bring that up. All right, here we go. Here's the Drip one. And there's obviously one for Animal Farm or a couple of pigs and dogs. The Animal Farm ones, you can win more. I think, I don't know what it is. Like, it's a few million, several million on the dog side. I think the pigs might be $1 million. And this one's up to, up to 500,000. So I'm not sure exactly, who will win what or how that's broken out. But it's cool. I assume that there's a couple things you'll need to do. I assume that when you buy these, you'll buy them with pigs, dogs, or Drip because you've already purchased that currency, so it's taking it out of the supply. Then when you buy them, it's burned. And then of course you'll get your scratcher, which will either give you more drip or I think you get it as an NFT, but it will burn the drip you spent on it, which is bullish for the price, right? You reduce the supply and the price goes up. So I think it's ingenious in the way that he's doing it. I think you'll spend your tokens that you've already purchased and pull from the supply on these scratchers, and then whether you win or not, those are burned. So they're kind of taken out of the system. So this is super cool. I gotta be honest, I hope I win this 500K, because it would go a long way to boosting up my balance. 500K winning in drip is 1%, that's 5,000 a day. So obviously that will be amazing for whoever wins. But to be perfectly honest with you, I hope it is me. If I do win for any reason, I will do some massive airdrops to the full team. So I want to make sure that everyone knows that if I for some reason come up and win this thing, that I'll give back to everybody, because we're a big community and everyone will have spent money on purchasing this, which will increase the price in and about by itself. And so I'd be happy to give a bunch of this money back to everyone else. But super excited about it, and I hope you guys are too when they launch. Let's buy them up and see if we can skyrocket this thing. But as a recap, Thursday, Forex is going to come out and say, here's when the animal farm is going to launch. Andy says that he'll give a forecast for the whole next week. So I'm assuming maybe there'll be at least one other thing in there. It could be the scratchers, could be the new UI. But I think over the next 10 days, we're going to get just a bunch of awesome news. And I'm super excited because we've all been pretty patient. Everyone, thank you to everyone who's just continued hydrating. I know a lot of guys out there are probably just claiming, pulling their money out of the system. For all of us who have been patient and believed in the project, I think it's really going to pay off for us. So I'm super excited. So update on drip, nothing's really happening. Like I said, we got a little boost up here, but we're sitting in the $34, $35 range. And I assume that no matter what happens, we're going to hang between 29 and 39 until we get that announcement. So plan on it just bouncing up and down, but things are feeling pretty bullish. I wouldn't be surprised if we start a slow climb, $1 or $2 a day until we get up close to that $40 range, and then the announcement's going to happen. And I hope everything, hope it goes wild. So now is your opportunity. If you have not got in, you've been sitting on the fence, getting in at $34.50 is probably the best price you're going to get. And it's right before a couple of catalysts. I mean, no matter what, in the next couple of weeks, Animal Farm's getting relaunched. He's already said he's got another partnership online. I don't know what it is, but if it's a big one, then it could be major. And then he's already said the scratchers are ready and the new UI is ready. So as all that stuff starts getting dropped in, drip's going to be the talk of the town again, like it was back in December, January. It's going to flood in new investors, and this price is going to double, if not triple, in just a matter of a couple weeks. So no, if you haven't joined, this is probably the best price you're going to get. Again, not financial advice, do your own research. Every play in the DeFi space is risky, so just be aware of that. But if you have risk capital and you want to get in, get in. And if you'd like, I'd love it if you join my team. We're doing some airdrops. I'll do some again over the weekend. When I started this journey, I never knew I was going to build a team. It really wasn't my intention. It started with just a handful of friends who wanted to get in because they saw what I was posting. And then it went from there. Posted a couple YouTube videos on it because I was frankly tired of just explaining the same thing over and over again to all my friends. I'd just shoot them a video, say, hey, here, watch this, and let me know what questions you have, and I'll help you get set up. So that's what stemmed all this. That's how I got the total of 101, but 83 on the direct. So love to get this to 100. If you'd like to join my team, of course, I'll add the buddy link down below. I'm doing some airdrops, and the faster this balance goes up, the more I'm going to do. I want to make sure that I'm giving back to my team. I know a handful of team members that have jumped on my team who got in with $20, $25, $30,000, and so that's a big portion of the rewards balance, and so everyone will benefit from that. Now I like to hydrate every time I get pretty close to $100. That's about the optimum time in relationship to the gas fees to make it most worth my while from an ROI perspective. So let's hydrate real quick. Gas fees 0.0023. That's not too bad. It's probably pretty close to around $1. That was fast. All right, there we go, up to 752. So excited to be at this point. Can't wait to get over 1,000 and just keep this thing rocking. Listen, if you guys find value in the content I create, please like and subscribe. It really does help me out, boost my channel up. We're just shy of 1,000 subs. So every additional one we add over the next week is going to be awesome. I think we'll get to 1,000. And like I said, next week is going to be the start of something big in Drip. So if you haven't got in, get in. Reach out to me on social media, add something in the comment if you have any questions. Let's get you in before it skyrockets. I don't want to show this project to anybody, so do your own research. For those of us who've been following this for a long time and waiting for all the new updates, they're finally coming, And it would be very hard to believe that the price would go down from here with all that new stuff coming online. It stayed pretty steady. So all the new information is going to boost the price up, and you can be the beneficiary if you jump in now at these low prices. So good luck to you. Let me know if you have any questions. Happy investing.